We're always fresh and a little bit sticky. Keep it locked on Cannabis Wiki. We're always fresh and a little bit sticky. The green room on Cannabis Wiki.
Hit it.
He's hitting it while I'm like,
That's what she said.
yeah. Well, welcome to the green room. Hey, Derek.
Hey.
Who do we have? He's like, I don't know. You introduce her. She brought a stuffed penis. That's where we
I
lost.
just remember the face and the energy. I don't know. It's fine. It's
So,
fine.
Dr. Carlin Costa,
Yes, ma'am.
right? Sexologist.
Clinical sexologist, psychotherapist, cannabis educator, author, philanthropist, entrepreneur.
Sexy bitch.
Wrap it up, baby. Hey.
Hey, wrap it up. She has her own hype, man.
Thank you.
So thank you for coming. You were here for my highly intimate. You've never been on the green room before.
No, I've never been on the green room before.
So we're excited for Derek to experience all that is goddess.
Okay.
Derek's like, okay.
I'm excited.
Yes, well, my brand is the Everyday Goddess. So
Okay.
it's all about uplifting women and men, because men definitely have to be part of the conversation. But
See, they need some uplifting.
yeah. Some inspiration. Yeah.
What
but
did I
that's-
walk into here?
Oh, honey. You have
Oh my
no
God.
idea.
He didn't realize it was going to be a getting ready. This is your 2022 dating 101.
Okay.
To throw you
good.
back out in
well,
there.
I'm single, so.
Oh, me too. Oh, okay. So that Derek does know what that is.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
He saw one.
One time.
So tell us about that.
What? Tell us about this.
Yeah.
Tell us about the dick pillow.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
like it's my prop. It's like it's like a calling card, you know?
Like, do people need dating help? Like, is that what that's for? To show them this is what you're after?
Yeah.
It's not.
It's like my bat signal. You know what I mean? So instead of like a bat in the sky, it's like a giant dick pillow. It's like, oh, yeah. Bring her in.
I can imagine coming to your house. You probably have dick ice cubes, dick
Straw.
pillows,
Dick
dick
straw.
mats. I might have a slice of a dick cake. Like,
Slice of dick.
I know girls like you.
I have a dick can opener.
Okay.
My dog happens to be a wiener dog,
Right.
and I have the pillow.
Okay.
That's my limit.
My dog happens to be a wiener.
I'm a sex doctor with a wiener dog. Come on, like it's too perfect. It's
Okay,
what it is.
so you
I'm
shouted out, I'm single. You're single too. So single and dating during COVID. This is nuts.
COVID was, you either had a great time with dating or you had a bad time with dating. And I just was like, I'm not doing any of it. Like personally, I was like, I don't know. Is this still the zombie apocalypse? Like, I don't want to.
We're scared.
Yeah. And like my priorities were different. And I think a lot of people's priorities just shifted, right? It was like, what am I doing with my life? How do I make sourdough bread? Like, you know what I mean?
I can't believe I don't know how to make sourdough bread.
Right? What is my emotional capacity? Like a lot of people really went insular. Like a lot of people were like, no. And then some people just went and were like, okay, let's do this.
Well, cannabis sales were through the roof.
Yeah.
So that would help us either hunker down and stay home or I'm feeling myself.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's hit the Tinder. Is that what it? Yeah, I was going to say.
Tinder, Hinge, Facebook has a dating app now.
They do? What's it called?
Yes, it's just the Facebook dating app. It's just like a little heart on the bottom of the screen.
I think most of the people on my Facebook always thought it was a dating app.
they're sliding into your DMs, Jackie.
Yeah. Oh, that and LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a
Wow.
fire dating app.
LinkedIn, yeah, I had to just turn that off because I was like, this is too
Please.
much. Find me on Tinder like a regular human.
Yeah. It's scary on LinkedIn. Like, you asking me for a job? Like, what position are we talking about?
Well, that's the problem with LinkedIn, right? Is because it's a really big platform for power, for money, for business. So then when people start to bring in sex into it, right, it really becomes a reflection of power and control that can be exceptionally unsafe and unsettling for people. LinkedIn is not the place where you hit on people.
Right.
You know, LinkedIn is the place that you connect with people, that you make business. If you want to hit on people, slide into their DMs on Instagram. Get on an app. Give them a call. Send them an email. But like LinkedIn is like,
kind of crossing that.
It's crossing the boundary, and you know what? And men will do it more because
It's a power position, right?
It's a power thing,
First,
right?
hey, Jackie, are you or we're looking at hiring. Do you think this is something you'd be interested? Would you like to go for coffee and discuss it further? I'm like, first of all, you're in Egypt.
Then what happens at the coffee?
I don't go.
Oh.
yeah.
It's usually in another country.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm moving around. I'm trying to get my dog under the table.
It's like, yeah, it's interesting. But dating over the pandemic, some people either did it or not. A lot of people, this is interesting. A lot of people who were going to break up with their partners or did just before the pandemic got back together
Got
with their
pregnant
partners.
the second they
Got
did.
pregnant again. Like a lot of those issues.
Didn't it break up a lot of
happened.
marriages and stuff too because they were just sick of being with each other?
Yeah, but then they had
It's
nowhere
like,
to
oh
go.
my God, every day. Oh, they had nowhere to go.
But then they had nowhere to go.
Right.
So a lot
Bunch
of
of
people, you're gonna see.
Exactly, Derek. Oh,
You're
you
just
hit
gonna-
it right there.
Yeah, you're gonna see like a lot. That's the forecast. Like you're gonna see over the next 5 years
Right.
a huge increase in like relationship investment. So things like weddings and like resorts and like
You think so?
couples. Absolutely,
Okay.
people don't want to do this again.
Right.
Once you've been through a pandemic alone, me, you don't want to be single in case another one hits. You know what I mean? You're like,
Right.
no, we got to plan.
I'd like to
for
try the
this.
next one single. When the
Yeah.
next pandemic comes.
But you didn't have to be single. That was your choice.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
You could have been dating.
I could have been dating. Well,
Yeah.
You just don't
sure.
want to?
Sure. I was also in London.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Derek knows
now
the
I'm
London
in
thing.
Toronto. It's different.
Oh, right.
It's
You moved.
different.
Oh, you're in
moved.
Toronto now?
I moved. Yeah, I just
Oh,
moved. I just moved to
okay.
Toronto.
Yeah, she hightailed her ass all the way down
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
for
I was
us.
like, this
First
is the
thing.
Moving on up. Well, it would have been hightailing anyways. I had to hightail it from London.
Yeah, that's true. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, I meant virtual. Lots of our guests like to be virtual. And Carlin wanted to be in studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way better.
Way better.
Yeah.
Way
And this
better.
is like my first
Podcast?
on camera, in
Like a-
person
Oh.
thing.
Is it? Because it's just starting to come back now,
Because
right?
it's just starting to come back. Like I've done stuff on Zoom and like
Yeah.
all of those types of things, but this is my first like sitting in somewhere, like putting makeup on my face and like
how
let's
do you
talk
like-
about these things.
How do you like Toronto compared to living there, I mean?
Obsessed.
Okay.
Obsessed. I
better
love-
for dating?
Also obsessed. Like it's really great. Way better to date in Toronto than it is in London, but different challenges in both cities. So in London, you have really nice guys. Like they're all looking to kind of, get married, do that whole thing. They're looking to get really serious.
Toronto, they're ready to smash.
Oh yeah. Toronto's like 4 million people plus. Like
Right.
let's cycle through it.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah. And the kinks are coming out. Oh my goddess. Like, no. We have to talk. Like,
Yeah, we have to talk about kinks because I like to make Derek uncomfortable. So if
Yeah.
you
I'm not
can, I'm not uncomfortable.
No, people are just like,
I'm
and
not
maybe it's just
uncomfortable.
because I've been out of the game for a minute. I don't know.
What
but,
are the
like,
kinks? Tell me. I need
Oh
to
my
know. What are
goodness.
people weirding out about?
I
What are
had
they-
one guy who was like, "Can I just come over and like you treat me like shit and like just like take advantage of me and then kick me out?"
Oh, you should have said no, but my friend Jackie
I did
can.
I did say no. Yeah.
But I got it, girl.
Right? I was like, no. And he kept saying, like, I'm broken. I was like, that's not sexy. Like, I don't want to sit on a broken man's face. Like, that's.
I do.
I want to sit on a king's face. I don't want to sit on a broken
Oh,
man's
okay.
face.
That's see, I'm doing it wrong then.
Yeah. That's not sexy to me,
Why was he? This was his kink though. He wanted to be treated like
Yeah.
crap. He wanted to be.
That was his kink.
Hmm.
That was his kink.
What kind of site is this?
Tinder. Like,
Her DMs. Site is this?
welcome to the jungle of my DMs.
Okay,
Right.
give us another kink. So that was someone who wanted to be
Um,
treated mean.
Oh,
Piss on his face.
Oh,
that happened, but before the pandemic,
Oh,
someone
okay.
asked me that.
Right.
Yeah, they were like, "Can you?" And I was like, "I don't."
But I don't have an off switch. So like I've tried that once and it wasn't cute. It wasn't just a dribble. You were freaking
Yeah. You're like,
It was a complete freaking disaster. And I never want to see that person again.
Hit the
Ever.
Cannabis Queen's sound effect, please, there, Doug.
Is there a sound effect for the cannabis queen? Like, can
No,
you
that's
just do a
fire.
little sprinkling, and I'm like, sure. And then, whoa.
And then you weren't anticipating that.
No, it was really bad.
What's the worst one?
Happens.
What's the worst
The
kink?
worst
Yeah.
kink?
Like the weirdest.
The one that you were just like block.
I don't usually block.
Oh, you don't block.
I know
Well, I do block. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
I do block.
It's usually women we have to
But
block.
like, I mean, I'm a psychotherapist. I'm a sexologist, so I'm really fucking compassionate to people's like stuff because I get it. I get where it comes from. I get the
Right.
psychology behind it. You know what I mean? I understand.
Okay, wait.
Is it a lead generation?
Is
So you
this a
get the
lead
weirdest, freaky ones, and then you're like, by the way, I'm a
therapist. Yeah,
and then
like, let's talk about it.
I charge
See,
X amount. And,
Every show, Derek spins it into opportunity. He's making an app.
I appreciate
He's starting
that.
a course. Every single show, he looks for his way to spin it to money. How do we app this? How do we
monetize?
Was this a
Yeah.
lead generation?
Yeah, right.
Smart.
Why not?
Like, absolutely. Actually, there were a few people that I was like, so I'm a therapist. You can call me, like email me through my website if you
Right.
need to.
You know how you said you sort of understand the psychology or understand behind it or where they're coming from or you try to understand or be empathetic. What about that? I don't know what it's called, but when they want to be tiny, like they're really tiny, like it's not giantism. It's
no,
the
when
opposite.
we want to like minimize them, when we want to
Yeah. Why would someone want that? Why would they want
shame
it?
them?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a shaming thing, right?
I used to get paid a shit ton of money from a man who wanted to be in my pocket all the time, and I had to tell him at the end of the day like where we went and what we did and what he saw, and I kept him in my pocket, and he'd go, "Ooh, was I cold? Was I chilly? Did you keep me warm?" And it was really weird. This went on for months and months. I'd never actually seen him. It was
Right.
just all over the phone.
Yep.
And he would talk to me, like tell me all this stuff. I would sort of listen, oh my God. And then but it progressed to like, he got way weirder than that.
Yeah. It tends to get
He wanted to be in
interesting.
my bum all day. And then he wanted to know how many times I went to the washroom and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was wrong with him? What was going on?
Well.
What was wrong with him?
Yeah, tell us.
Like I actually cut him off. He was going to continue, like he would keep paying and more
Right.
and more and wanted the attention, and then I was like, I can't handle this. It's got to be like this is too much.
He was freaking you out.
He was, yeah, but he was very nice. He was very polite, but that
you're
was
not
really
seeing it.
freaky.
Yeah. So
It was really. Why would he be thinking? Like, why would he want that out of life? That's what I
Yeah.
just
Well,
wondered.
some people, some people, it's not a choice, right? Like some
What do you mean?
people, like your kinks, there's multiple theories on why and
Is
how
it a
we develop
sickness when
kinks.
it's not a choice?
explain it.
Right? Well, no. So kinks and fetishes come about in our lives in many different reasons and ways, right? Sometimes it's because it's a direct relationship to something that happened in childhood, not necessarily a trauma, but something,
Mhm.
got triggered within us, right? We have to remember that our kinks are all things that are embedded within us. And you can think, this is where your limit is now, but then life can hit you, things can change, things can shift, or you see something and you're like, that's actually really interesting, right? And that's why, as pro porn as I am, sex positive, intersectional feminist, like all of that good stuff, we really have to be mindful as to how we use erotica, how we use porn, how often we access it, because all I'm seeing is people are just getting more and more intense, right? It's about stimulation. It's about dopamine. It's about hormones,
Oh.
right? So that also becomes part of it. And then you mix that with some trauma. Oof, you've got like a
You should
recipe.
see my Tinder. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll
And
be reading some beautiful poem. And
Oh,
then
you're
next-
on Tinder?
Oh no! Did I say Tinder?
Yeah, you did.
Oh my God! I meant Twitter. I meant
Oh,
Twitter.
yeah.
Too. I was like,
Oh, what is your name on Tinder, Jackie? I know it's not Jackie. Is it Susan?
not.
You look like a Susan.
I'm not. I meant Twitter. Oh my
Catherine.
goodness.
She's totally
Yeah.
Catherine.
Catherine.
Yeah.
Totally
Yeah,
Catherine.
she probably puts a wig on.
Oh my
you know.
I'm on Twitter, not Tinder. And Twitter's full of porn, which is very distracting.
Twitter is full of porn. Yeah.
I mean, but we have to, I say they have to have a place to share
Yes.
stuff and post, and like the sex workers and oh God, who brought the dog? He's
Yeah.
yours, no?
I know, right?
Might have to kick him out. So Twitter.
Twitter.
how you're saying about the dopamine, because now I was just like, wow, why do I get like I'm busy and I'm trying to stay focused, but then I would find myself sucked into it. I'm like, but it's also so extreme and so nuts. I'm like, wow, I must be really old. I'm like, what the
Dopamine. It's just
the kids
dopamine.
today, man, they're crazy.
Yeah, it's dopamine. It's external validation. It's brain stimulation. You know what I mean? It's like the reason why we're obsessed with TikTok, right? Like it's the same thing. Could you imagine TikTok but like naked? You know what I mean? Like
Yes, I
Oh, that's a
can.
good idea.
I
Oh,
know,
for God's
and let's not make
Totally.
it because we're gonna fuck people up. Because
Even worse than they already are.
Well, the highest rate of people who are suffering from erectile dysfunction, people with penises, men, are men aged 16 to 24.
Why?
60 to 24.
16 to 24.
16.
Why? Because they're masturbating too much?
Because they're I don't think there's such a well, sorry, let me correct that. There is such a thing as masturbating too much, but like that's like a subjective experience, and there's things that we have to see. Does it impact your life in a negative way, et cetera, et cetera. However, it's because people are masturbating. They're masturbating the exact same way every single time. They're using the same stimulus every single time. They're also increasing the porn use that they're doing. And then they're not socializing with people. And they're not meeting people. And they're not touching people. And they're not going through all of the like awkward firsts that people have to have in order to like kind of grow into, your sexual adulthood, right? Like last year, I had this really awesome breakthrough with a patient, 35-year-old man who finally had sex for the first time. I just got a call this morning from a 25-year-old woman who's never had sex either, right? Like I have
Isn't
20
this like a
One-offs? These are
Yeah,
like,
like this
the
isn't.
norm?
It's
not the
give us
norm?
a range here of like.
I'm concerned about that.
The
16
percentage.
to 24.
16 to 24. It's these I've had multiple early 20-year-old patients, men, who are having a hard time staying erect with their partners. Like that's alarming.
Maybe they're popping Viagra and all kinds of stuff.
Well, that's the problem though.
They're
Is that
abusing it.
the one per guy, I actually like had to call his doctor and was like, if you give my patient any more Viagra, I'm reporting you to the physician's college.
Wow.
Like he's a 21-year-old man. There's zero reason why this human needs to have Viagra, Cialis, or anything. He needs a therapist and he
Right.
needs to go through facing his own shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like grow through this stuff. Like this.
So it's all mind over matter.
Is it mostly, because I always thought that, is it mostly mind over, it's a head game?
It's mind over matter, but it's also the way in which we train our bodies, right? How you train your body to experience pleasure becomes a neural pathway in your brain and becomes cemented in your brain.
Like when I buy something on sale.
Like
that
when you
feeling,
buy-
I just can't stop.
Yes.
Oh, I got a good deal.
I got a good, yeah, absolutely, right?
I can't beat that feeling.
And a lot of men will treat women, especially, in a heterosexual relationship, for example, a lot of men will treat women like their own personal fleshlight. So there's no like connection.
Get over here.
Do you have a fleshlight?
No,
Oh.
I don't need one.
No, I just think they're fun.
I mean-
to like, I just think they're fun.
yeah,
to
like to
poke
just
at.
play around with.
Do you know
So
what a
fun.
fleshlight is?
Yeah, but I've never had one.
Oh,
yeah.
we got to get him one.
Yeah. Or an egg. We got to get you an egg.
They used to be a sponsor on Howard Stern.
That's right, they did.
Yeah.
What's the egg?
It's so it comes in a little egg, and you open up the egg, and there's this like jelly kind of masturbator inside of it. So you open it up, and there's this like.
But isn't
masturbator
that
inside.
dangerous? Like then it's like
Isn't that
okay, the
dangerous?
fleshlight feels better than a human or something like.
Does it?
I don't know. I'm asking. You're the sex therapist.
Right.
Well, isn't that like he's saying? Isn't that dangerous? Like meaning people get used to things like that, like sex
Yeah, that's what
dolls
I
or like
mean.
the whatever. What do you
Speaking
got?
of
Yes.
sex toys.
Yeah, what do you got? What do you got?
No, because then that's now perpetuating a myth that like sex toys can be like replaced.
Okay,
don't
like say
replace
you had a Sibian.
Yep.
And you're like riding it on full power.
I love it.
Okay. Now how is you're gonna be desensitized?
No,
No,
Oh, okay.
no, that's not true.
because look at I passed humans. I'm not desensitized, right?
yeah,
I've given
yeah,
birth
it's not-
to people.
yeah. It's not about desensitization. It's
Right.
about not being able to achieve climax because you've programmed your brain to only experience pleasure in one way.
With the Sibian.
If all I fucked was
Right.
a Sibian
Right.
for days on end,
Mhm.
years on end,
I could
there would
monetize
be
that.
no way. Jackie could monetize it, but there'd be no way that like it would be very difficult to
Right.
come to orgasm with a human.
Well, because they just don't have the stamina that the Sibian is giving. It's impossible. Like,
Well,
what
it's not about stamina. It's about you being able to feel confident and comfortable in your body to allow it
To-
to achieve orgasm and arousal.
to release the poison.
My orgasm doesn't come because of you. My orgasm
Oh.
comes because I let myself experience
Oh
orgasm.
yeah, prove it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Honey, I can come in a minute and a half.
Really?
Okay. And actually, statistically speaking, that's what they show, right? So people who masturbate can come in a shorter amount of time than people when you're coupled. So women, for example, it's like 1.5 minutes to like 4 minutes, and then as soon as they're with a human, it's like all of a sudden now 10 to 20 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, this is science.
That's
Yeah,
science.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, for real
Show us what
science.
you got in your bag. Can I hold your penis?
Yes. Be gentle.
Can I? All right. I'll be really
So I
nice.
brought some toys. Speaking
Okay.
of toys,
Yeah,
I brought
let's
some
see.
toys
All right.
because the one thing in part of the industry that definitely boomed over the pandemic was sex toys.
Sex toys.
Like people were
Sex
ordering.
lube. Cannabis lube was huge. I got a lot of samples of lube sent
So
to
we
me over the last
brought.
2
So
years.
these are all from the Love Shop because I love I work with them. So this one warms up,
Oh.
which is fun. This one has a sucking motion on it.
Oh, perfect.
What do you mean a sucking motion?
So this lovely piece here.
Oh,
so
is
it's
that
like
one that-
sucking the clit.
Oh.
Yeah, but I brought another one like that too. This one comes with a remote control.
Okay, I like that one.
He likes the
Oh,
extra
this
bells
one's
and
another
whistles.
sucking one. This is like the little seahorse.
Okay.
Oh, a little seahorse.
And what else did I bring? Let me see. Oh, and then this is another sucking one. Sucking toys.
You like the sucking one.
Listen, it's what it is right now.
Wait,
They're
that's-
named after the Disney. Isn't that Dory?
Dory.
And the sea
Seahorse.
Dory. Isn't that Under the Sea?
I mean,
Jayana.
Dory.
Oh. Okay, so
It's all Disney princesses.
see ya. What the hell?
Yeah, and they're just Oh, here, let's open up the seahorse.
Because it's cute.
You know, sucking toys are really like where the industry went because let's be real, a lot of people don't know how to pleasure a clit. And a lot of people forget that a clit exists.
Sure.
And it's really unfortunate.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Aren't you?
So what does that do? Are you going to demonstrate it for us?
Well, I'm gonna just like let you touch it. Is what
I'm
I'm
not
gonna let
going
you
to
do.
demonstrate it, but
Yeah.
What?
I was like, this isn't a porn show.
Oh, right.
I was like, you're gonna have to pay me a premium, hey.
like
Like I don't know. Like I don't know what world you live in.
Do you have an OnlyFans?
No, I don't.
Oh,
so,
okay.
so many people have asked me for that though.
I bet that's I
Yeah,
bet
a
lots
lot of
asked
people
you.
have asked me.
I think
So
my husband asked me if she had one.
I should get one then.
Yeah.
I am not.
Oh my
making it
god,
You're
it
really
actually
not monetizing.
No, it actually sucks.
We might have to go on a consultation.
yeah, after she's gonna
Like, how does that feel?
I mean,
look at he's never I mean, all right. It's not a pineapple from Kingston, Jamaica. It's not really getting my juices go. All right.
what do you think? Is that enough suction for you, Queen of Cannabis?
Sure. Well, is this the Dyson of
Where does it go?
It's-
Like, what happens if it's sucking up what juice?
It doesn't go inside of it.
Oh,
This might be good for me.
Oh, like, are
For
you
your
using
face?
a lymphatic massage for your face?
Giving me
Girl, let's get you cups then. It's like what we need.
Thank
right?
you
But
for
then
that.
this vibrates and like it's a really good like
Oh wait,
handle.
the end was vibrating?
Yeah. So what can
what do you
happen?
do with that?
So think if this okay. Like have you seen a vagina before?
Yes.
Have you seen a vulva
Okay.
before, right? Like
Yeah.
this will stimulate probably your anus.
Oh.
Depending, I mean, like this is a really wide gap. So this would be stimulating the clit, for example. So this would be sucking on the clit. And then this part down here would be stimulating your anus, right? Your gooch, your perineum, that kind of area.
What's my perineum?
Your perineum is this piece of skin in the area between your vaginal opening and your butt, your anus, your
Piece
anal
of
opening.
skin between my vaginal opening and my butt.
Yeah.
It's called is that the taint?
Gooch. Yeah. The gooch, the taint, the perineum.
The gooch.
Yeah. Some people
Oh.
call it a gooch.
Or a perineum?
Okay, this is what I want you to do, Jackie.
Or take what? This is
Take
about
that and go-
Carlin.
take
Can we
that,
not
take that, go in the washroom.
Yes.
Come back and let us
tell
know.
us how good it was?
So the big toy, the toy that kind of revolutionized the sucking toys
Okay.
was called the Womanizer.
I had it.
Name.
Had it. That it was purple with a white thing and it go
Different color.
I
and
didn't like
sucks.
it.
Some people don't like it. Some people don't like the sucking.
But it was called a womanizer.
Worst name.
Yeah.
Like the worst.
But I always
name.
thought of the song "Womanizer, Womanizer."
Yeah, I thought about that, and then I was like, is this really like? I don't need you to womanize me. Like, I
Is this why you haven't had a man through the pandemic?
Because
Because you
she's
had
got all
all
of these. She's got this.
Is that what's
she's
going
got a
on?
Puppy. She's got this. I didn't need a man.
No. No, I actually have very serious reasons why I actually didn't date.
Really?
Yeah. We could talk about it if you want.
Sure.
I just didn't want to bring down the mood.
Oh, we can.
Oh,
Okay, well, you can
okay.
bring down the mood and take us back up.
Yeah.
Right? We'll do a.
I don't know. All right.
I can bring us back
Okay.
up. Well, no. So at the first kind of wave of the pandemic in 2020, I was dating because I was like,
Okay.
this is what else
Why,
am I gonna
yeah.
do? I'm working out and dating. Like I was in the
Right.
best shape of my life.
Okay.
My ass looked amazing, and I was like, let's do this.
Right.
So unfortunately, I was hanging out with a friend and someone who was an actual friend who I had hung out with before.
You
And
got
I-
pregnant.
No, way
I-
worse. I know where this is
He
going.
tried to sexually assault me. He tried to
Oh.
rape me, unfortunately. So then, like, that
Oh,
becomes an experience for
yeah.
someone, especially someone like me who is very sexually empowered, who is
I was going to say
very
powerful,
confident.
confident.
So what would that be like a date rape? Because you did you have sexual relations with him before?
Yep, that were consensual.
Right. So then what happened?
What happened is that I said no multiple times.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he instead pinned me against a wall, took out his dick, and tried to take advantage of me. And then I had to strategize after saying no repeatedly how to get out of there.
That's terrible.
Oh, horrible.
How does so you're a sex therapist, so
Yeah, how
do
does
you
that
analyze like what
How do you
does that happen?
Yeah, how does that happen,
was
and what is
there-
your first thought after that?
Well, that's like the shit. That's why I couldn't date for like
right, yeah,
until
because
now.
not you're a
'Cause you had
human
to figure
being,
it
but you're
out.
also a therapist. So then you're
Right.
like, whoa,
like what the fuck?
Yeah.
like how do I
Wow.
handle that? How do I process that? Well, there was a lot of cannabis.
Oh,
Like, let me
yeah,
tell
a lot of
you.
cannabis.
A lot of healing with Mama Green,
Mm.
but it, I had to come back into me. So there's a lot of shame. There's a lot of guilt that's associated with those types of experiences.
Like, what did I
Like,
do?
what did
How
I
did
do?
I?
Yeah.
What did I do? How did I do? How did I get here?
Yeah.
Right? How did we go from like having fun, consensual,
Being a
times,
friend of
being a
all.
friend who we like actually would hang out in public and like
Oh.
do things,
Right.
to then, I say no, and when you see I've never seen that kind of like bloodlust in someone's eyes in that sex way
Right.
before. You know what I mean? Like
Turn it into an animal.
yeah. And that's what happened. And I was like, because I was very clear. I said it before. I was like, listen, I'm coming over, but like, we're not having sex tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, but, and I was like, no, there's no but. I'm
Right.
coming over. We're hanging out.
And that's not your fault. There's
And
no
that's
reason
it.
that,
We're not
especially if you're
having sex
friends,
tonight.
there should,
Yeah.
I've said what I've said.
I even
and-
walked to the door. And then that's when it happened, is that I was literally on my way out. And he like grabbed my keys, slammed the door.
Oh,
Yeah. And it was a whole
where's
thing.
he now?
He wouldn't take no for, I don't fucking know.
Like he's,
you can go rot in fucking hell. for
you
all I
block him
care.
everywhere. And
Oh,
you're,
yeah.
Fucking,
Yeah. So then I have to process that, right? Like, even though it didn't happen, and if it did, I would have bit his dick off. Like, I was prepared for that. It was like in my mind,
Yeah.
I was like, because he was an MMA fighter, like it was like a thing.
oh, do I know him?
He had a lot. No, he had a lot of like weight on me, right? So that, and at the time I was smaller, like so I was like, what is happening right now? So I had to process all of that, and then I had to process all of that in a pandemic.
Right.
Where you're alone.
Well,
and people
thankfully-
are not in their best mindset.
Yeah. And then people are already losing their shit. And then I also have to take care of everybody else. And then the people who disclose that stuff to me, and I'm helping support them through their
Right.
traumas and everything. So like it took me a minute, you know?
Sorry that happened. That's crazy.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. It is crazy. It's because like I'm a person, when I say yes, I mean it. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
like, I'm like, we're going to fuck tonight. Like,
Yeah, like you're very
like, yeah.
powerful with your and
Yeah.
confident and very
Yeah.
secure and everything. And then that you're like, whoa, wait a second.
Wait a second.
And that's how, so I feel that way too in different things though. I feel very confident and powerful and very sure of myself. And then something will happen. I'm like, wait, what? How did I let this happen? Is usually my first as a confident, strong, secure person.
Yeah.
Like if something in conversation goes sideways or something, I'm like, how did I let that happen? Did you start thinking, how did I let this happen?
Of course, because then I woke up the next day to a text from him saying, I don't want to date you. Like,
Oh,
da, da,
it's
da.
your fault.
And I was like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Perfect.
because
We're good.
And then
Same
you're probably
wavelength.
thinking like, oh, like he's not a friend. He just wants sex because you were going there to just hang out, which as a friend,
which we had done before.
right?
Yeah,
but
Which
it-
had no problems.
yeah.
Which you also
Right?
shouldn't have to clarify. See, my mom would be like, "Why had you gone over there before? Why did you go over there if you weren't?" Because we're friends.
Because we're friends.
And
Like,
that, right?
he
Like,
was singing to a musical like a few hours before. Like
Like,
you know what I mean? And
that's
I watched him. I was
nuts.
like, why am I here? Like it was like a whole thing. Yeah. It was an interesting experience.
so a year goes by or several months before you back out? Before you're back out there.
No,
Do you have a
so no, that happened in November of 2020. So now it's March 2022,
Right.
and now I've started to date again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So you're on the market.
I'm
On the market.
again. Hey,
Are you on the market?
yeah, no. What happened is that actually my girlfriends sat me down and they were like, "We're concerned. Like you do everything for everybody. You show up for everybody. You do all of these things,
And you're a good time. Like,
And,
you're fun.
I'm so fun.
You're so
I'm
fun.
right? And they were like, "Where has she gone? Like what?
Yeah.
like, what happened here?" They're like, "We get it, but you're healed, babe. Like you did the work. You know what I mean?" And I'm like, "You're not wrong. Yeah, you know what? You're not wrong." So then I went out with a friend. I had a friend of mine who's I just stayed friends with, and I was like, "You need to take me on a date. Like you need to take," and I just like slowly start to step into it. I was like, I asked a friend to take me on a date. I was like, okay, and then I'm gonna go home and like hang out. Then
What do you mean dating a guy friend?
not dating, like he's just a guy friend. Like
Mm-hmm.
we've had experiences in the past, but we're just friends, no big deal. But
you just
he's
needed-
safe for me. I just needed a safe man.
Can guys and women really be friends?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Can they?
Yeah.
Well,
I
it
have-
seems like you crossed the line 2 times. in this conversation.
Seems like
No, we started dating and then he became friends. I don't date my
Yeah.
friends. That's actually a really strong. boundary
Exactly.
I
That's
have.
what I was thinking.
Oh,
like, why
so
would
you
you
don't date, like if you're
Well,
friends.
if you're
date my
dating, you're not
friends.
friends. It's like
No.
you're just like
No, that's
it's
my
a hookup
boundary.
that you
Yeah.
know that you hang out with sometimes, and
Yeah.
you guys,
And that's different.
you're a fun guy, and
that's different.
right,
Yeah, no, this person
Mhm.
we did date
yeah,
and then this was a few years ago and decided not to.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just stayed actual friends. Like, hey, how's your life? How were your kids? All of that kind of stuff.
and
so
then sometimes it
no,
goes a little
and then we
further.
haven't hung out in years. Like we hadn't hooked up in years. We're like
Right.
legitimate friends. I have
Oh,
men who
shit.
are legitimate friends
Mm.
that I've never hooked up
Okay.
with.
And that's the thing. Right? Listen,
Like, why are you pushing it? Like,
Derek's
what the fuck right
okay.
now, dude? Like, the answer is no.
All right. Like,
Like, what?
well, just because Derek can't control himself or something.
Yeah, I'm like, are you trying to re-traumatize me?
Oh, no, he'll send you some flowers, some weed.
I'm teasing you. But yeah, like it's a real thing. So then that's what I had to do. You know, I had to deal with my own kind of relationship with what happened, and then I had to like step back out. So I did. I asked a safe man
right.
who is in my life to take me out. I was like, I need to do this in steps. And this is how I would support a patient as well.
Oh, I see. So you're saying like take me out, meaning like go on a date, not necessarily sex.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah,
take me
yeah,
out to
yeah,
dinner. Let me
Yeah, yeah,
eat something and let me
okay.
go home safe.
Right. Okay. I wouldn't call that a date.
What?
That's
Why?
called hang-
Why?
It's called hanging out.
Because she didn't have sex. It's not
no.
a date.
Well, okay. Listen.
What makes
not all
something a
dates?
date?
A date means that you're going on a date. Like so. Like there's a possibility. It might not happen, but there's a possibility. Like you're
Down the
interested.
road.
Right. You're interested in them romantically. You're courting them. You're going on a date. Whereas if
Sure,
I'm hanging out with you, it's like we're friends. I'm like, hey, Carlin, let's go chill.
Yeah, but I have friend
But you're
dates.
still freaking paying.
But that's not sure. But that's not a date. But that's not a date. Like, okay, if we're going to hang out, we're not going on a date. And it's not like I'm like, Jackie, do you want to go on a date?
I would say if I'm showering, and you're paying.
If I'm putting makeup
if
on
I'm
my face,
showering and
No,
you're
I'd be like,
paying,
Jackie, do you want to
it's
hang
a
out or
date.
do you want to go here? Like,
Can
but
you
not
take me
date.
somewhere nice, please? I will
Okay,
shower and you're
well.
gonna
The
pay.
answer's no.
if I ask somebody,
No, I'm not taking you nowhere. Not paying for nothing. Don't shower. The answer's no.
Listen, if I was, okay, if I'm, if I have a
friend?
girlfriend,
Okay, girlfriend.
say we're
Or-
friends.
no.
no. I will not say we're we're friends. I don't think you like me.
I do like you.
I was like, what happened here?
Okay, say we're dating. We're dating.
Yes.
Which what my definition of dating means
Yes.
like
There's intimacy, there's shared intimacy,
right,
all of that kind of stuff.
exactly. Okay.
Absolutely.
So we're dating, and now you go. Oh, guess what? My friend Kevin wants to take me on a date. Like, what?
What?
Well, it depends on what the rules of dating are. Are we
Well,
monogamous?
we're
in our
dating. I know what the rules are with us.
But does she know the rules with us? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, okay, if it's an open relationship, that's different. If you want to play like that, then
I go
no
on
problem.
friend dates all the time.
Okay, so if you're that type of person, then you can't expect to have a
type of
commitment.
person, hear that? He said that you're that type of person.
No, well, hey, listen, we need to know what we're dealing with here. We need to
Yeah.
know the rules,
Fair.
right? Because then maybe I'm going to go on a date. Maybe
Yeah.
Jackie calls me and I'll be like, hey, Jackie, yeah, I'm going on a date.
Sure. we're going-
but
You know what I'm saying?
No, but dating isn't exclusive to I understand what you're saying, and I
Okay,
appreciate
explain
what, I
that.
appreciate what you're saying
Mm-hmm.
because I think it is important to sometimes to make that distinction, right?
Yeah, you gotta
no.
know
What
it.
you're saying is correct, and but dating isn't exclusive to monogamy either, right? Like,
No,
that's
I'm just saying, like, there's, for me, and, like, that's just for me, like,
yeah.
but
If we're dating, we're dating, we're
if
doing things.
Yeah, like, we might not,
There's a
we
path.
might be dating for 3 months before any kind of intimacy, but we're still interested in each other. That's why we
Yes.
call it dating.
Yes.
Whereas if I'm just hanging out with you, I'm not interested in you. I'm interested in your friendship,
Absolutely.
and I like hanging out with you, but there's never going to be, you get what I'm saying? We're not dating.
Just break my heart on the podcast. Jesus. Fine.
I didn't say we can't go out on a date. I'm just
This
saying.
is why I just stick to weed.
we
There's
gotta-
no. It seems pretty easy. Just
We gotta. You have
No,
to be.
you're
You
right.
have to.
You are right. There is a distinction, but like I asked my friend to take me on a date, so it wasn't like with the intention of like having sex with me. It was like the intention of I need to feel like a man is courting me,
Right.
like who is wooing me, but like I'm not having sex with you. I just need
Mm-hmm.
to be in the presence of someone that I feel
Safe.
with,
And
that
you're
I
having a
feel
good time.
nice with, that like is gonna pay for the bill, that is I'm gonna get dressed up, I'm put the good
Right.
bra on, like get my
Yeah.
makeup
He's
done.
gonna be like, you look beautiful.
Yeah, like he's
You
gonna
might
be
touch
like,
your hand.
Yeah, we might like walk with hand, but like
Women
we're
are very
friends.
confusing because
Yeah.
you know they give mixed signals. Because then what happens if he ends up taking you on these dates and then he gets some feelings and falls, you know, and then you're just
Yeah,
like,
but
I
I'm
just
not-
wanted to date. You're just my friend.
Women are so confusing. He
Yeah.
says men are so confusing. Don't you think?
Yes,
Is my dog trying to get on you?
yes, but I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. Oh,
Budsy,
little lover. Sorry,
you better watch out. 'Cause
Yes, he's.
when he falls in love, it's over.
It's real obvious.
Me too, though. Me too.
Okay, sex, cannabis,
yeah, let's talk
relationships.
about that because this is a cannabis show.
Yeah.
So far, we've talked about a lot of sex and no cannabis. So
It's a
how
pot
did that go?
to pop,
Yeah.
and this could be either or.
Well, that
Jackie's just hugging that.
I mean, it's a great
I love a
big
soft
dick.
weener.
KJ might have a lot of work blurring that out.
Oh, do we have to?
I don't know.
The one thing I am appreciating.
We don't want to get
I
demonetized.
know, right? The one thing I am actually appreciating about dating right now, though, is like
won't hurt it.
is talking to people about cannabis use. Actually,
Okay.
that is something that I put in my profile 420 friendly.
Mm-hmm.
So because I need a man who's gonna understand, like,
Right.
I'm probably gonna be high. Like this
Often.
is part of my
Yeah.
medicine. You know what I mean? This is who
Yeah,
I
and it's good too
am.
because he feels like he doesn't have to hide it.
Yeah, and I don't want to have to hide it
Right.
either.
You just want to be upfront.
Yeah, so like in my profile, I put it and it attracts people.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, I've gone on a couple dates now. Now that I'm back in dating and feeling good and all
Right.
that
And
kind of
do you
stuff.
smoke weed on a date before, during, after, together?
I mean, I went on a date the other day and like we did tincture and we hung out and then had a couple drinks. So
Oh,
that
wow.
was kind of fun.
Who brought the tincture? You or him?
He did actually.
Okay.
Oh, I like
was kinda
that.
nice.
You were trusting of his tincture.
yeah.
Was
You were trusting
Not a-
his tincture was actual
not a
tincture.
roofie or a-
Not. I love it.
Now you're putting shit in my head.
I'm
And
just
you were
asking.
like I just
trusting,
healed my shit.
You were trusting of the tincture, were you? You didn't learn.
It was like, yeah, no kidding. It was like,
I know.
shit.
Well, no, like I know, women
no,
are
it was
very
labels.
cautious of,
No, it's
you know,
smart to
when
be
watching their
cautious.
drinks at bars and stuff.
Yeah.
So, he's coming. You know, was
I
it
watched
your
him
first
take
date?
it first.
Did you?
I was like, you take it
Right.
first, and then I will. And he's
Okay.
like,
That's
a good one.
Like,
He's like,
and it was
no.
labeled also.
Oh,
But
okay.
but I was still
It was
like,
from the OCS.
you take it. Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't like, a black market
no,
thing that
no.
he made in
No.
his clandestine shed.
We're gonna read about that shed
Toronto weed.
or see it
Yeah.
on 48 Hours or whatever. Garland's like, I know that guy. We had that lovely tincture. Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, so that's really nice, and you're seeing a lot of people move away from alcohol
Mhm.
and more into cannabis, which is really really nice
So
to see.
I couldn't. No, I'm not dating,
Mhm.
and I don't have Tinder.
she's
Like
not
I
on
said,
Tinder.
and not on Tinder, like I said earlier. Just ignore him if the little thing comes back to you or later. You know who I mean, Budsy under the table. Okay, so I drink.
Yeah.
Hard.
When I'm having a good time, I'm having a serious
Yeah.
good time.
See, we've had a serious good time.
Yeah, I
Great. That was a good brunch.
the brunch. Right, it was dark at the end of the
By
brunch.
the time we left brunch, it was dark outside. We were like, "What
I'm like,
happened?"
Is that guy? Why are all the lights on? I have sunglasses walking around the street. We're like, it's nighttime.
It's like we got there, the birds were singing.
Yeah.
We're like, "This is the fresh new start to the day."
And then it was
Night.
night. Sorry, that was fun.
Yeah.
My drinking and dating now, I think would be very, I don't know, I'd be nervous.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's true serum or your inhibitions are lower or less or whatever, but I drink around friends and family. I don't drink with someone I just met on Tinder. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. It
Yeah.
would be
It'd be the
weird
safe
for me.
space.
Yeah, like it'd be really weird to be dating now and to go out for drinks and then that with someone that you just met on Tinder and
Totally.
everyone's doing it though. That's the norm.
Totally.
It's really weird.
Yeah, go grab a drink. If I were to like,
That's what bars are for.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's
If I did that,
pubs.
I limit myself though.
Right.
I'm like,
But I go to
have
bars
one
though.
drink.
I go with a friend or I meet a friend there or I'm someone I already.
Yeah.
It's not usually someone. It wouldn't be someone from an app for me. Like I'm
Yeah.
49.
Yeah, but you still got to meet at the place. It's not like you're just coming over to their house. And I mean, unless you're
People do that though, right? On Tinder, you just go to people's houses, right?
Yeah,
Just-
absolutely.
that would be a
Does it-
hookup.
Does it say hookup or does it say friendship or does it say like what is Tinder saying
It
to us?
just depends. Like it really just depends, you know. Long-term relationship.
I'm
casual,
here.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm here with the tincture.
Yeah.
Sure.
I surprised a guy like that because I was like, listen, like I'm coming over. He's like, really? And I was like, I need to have sex. So like you're gonna be the one. Like,
Oh, and
And he's
like
like-
we need to like do this. Like I need. It's been a year.
and
like,
you're
we need to.
and
do
you're
this.
into that. Like he's if they're
Not normally, but like I don't sleep with my friends. So I was like, I need a stranger. Like I need to just like someone that I don't care. Like
Right.
you're just gonna be
You just
nice
let
to
loose,
me.
you can do whatever
Yeah,
you
like
want.
order me sushi. Like
Right.
let's hang out. We'll talk. We'll do whatever. Great. Now let's do the things.
Did you guys smoke
Peace
cannabis?
out. No, actually,
Okay.
he wasn't a cannabis user.
Right. How long were you there for?
A couple hours.
Okay. Not bad.
It's
Couple
my favorite
Yeah.
question to
Did
ask
you
her.
repeat? Or did you just delete
No,
him
because I
after
didn't
that?
want to. I just needed to break
Right.
the seal. I
You
was
was-
Just
like,
to break
you
the
used
seal.
him.
I
like a
absolutely,
little
I
boy
used
toy.
him. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Younger or older?
Absolutely. Older, I think.
Oh.
A couple years older. Than
Well,
me,
hey,
maybe?
what was his name?
What was his name? Why you gotta-
Dude.
He's
Bro.
gonna-
Dude, if you see this episode,
Oh no, he full on knows I used him because then he texted me the next day and was like, "Hey," and
oh,
I
he
was
had your
like,
number. You were so.
"Oh yeah, well yeah."
Did you give him your number? Do you use a texting app?
No, I use WhatsApp.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I should add a texting app to what to our or to Cannabis Wiki. We should add a texting app so people
a
could
good idea.
message us like directly, like questions or things they want to talk about on the green room. Or
Yeah.
is that a thing? Like, can we do that?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and then you can always delete it if you don't want it.
Yeah.
you
Is
know?
there? Do you just block the people or whatever?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. When you're done with somebody, you just block and delete. See ya.
Okay, I know what I was gonna say. Back to being dating. Isn't cannabis safer to date with? Like, don't you think, like, for the most
In
part? I
my
mean, I guess if
opinion,
you're
it is.
eating 1,000 milligrams, that's probably not.
Yeah,
so
like in
good,
my
but-
opinion, it is because I'm a cannabis user.
Right,
Right. So
right.
I'm a daily cannabis user. I feel
Mm.
really good. Like
Yeah,
it,
like
it
it's-
doesn't. It doesn't. I know how to limit myself. Alcohol is just I find so much harder to regulate in my body.
Like I
and-
know we're used to we meet at a bar, we grab a drink, you whatever.
couple.
Why don't you meet at a park and have a smoke and
Yeah.
you go for a walk?
That's
Like,
also an
Well, it's
option.
cold out.
That's also something. And it's been cold out though. Yeah. That's the other part. That's
And I don't really like
Yeah.
parks or walks, but anyhow, I just thought, less danger, maybe more interesting.
Well, where did you meet
Can I-
Drew?
in public.
Where did I meet Drew?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Oh, here we go.
I met him. Well, we're both from a small town, the same
Mhm.
small town.
Right.
Oh God, I was a scorekeeper. His wife was a scorekeeper for the
Oh.
kids' baseball. That's how we
Yeah.
met.
That's a safe place.
Then we really, really met like at the gym. Like he owned a gym.
So
I
the gym's
worked
a good
at a
spot
gym.
to pick
The
up.
gym is a good spot if
So-
you're into
but
that. But I
sometimes-
was faking it. I'm not really into that. So I was,
Is the gym a good place to hook up?
I don't know.
Like people say that,
Mhm.
and like I had a gym membership, and I was like, I don't. When I'm there, I'm not
You're
like
there to
I'm
work.
checking out people's butt, but I'm not. Like I
apparently
don't want to talk to
you're on.
anybody.
Apparently your endorphins are higher. You're more.
Oh.
You're interest. Like
After
you're
gym sex is amazing.
Yeah, like that sort of.
Best time to have sex in the morning, after the gym, and when you're high,
Why in the morning?
because your hormones are actually at their highest that they'll be all day.
Oh, I just thought
So
it's
they-
because I could shower you off immediately. It's like I honestly thought I liked morning sex, so I could just get rid of you as fast as I could.
Yeah, that too.
Jump in the shower.
that too. But your hormones are also at their peak in the morning.
Oh, because your
So-
hormones for men
Both.
and women.
Yeah, morning wood, all that stuff. Yeah, I wake up juicy all the time.
Oh, so morning wood and juicy is a thing.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So, Jesus, someone wants to contact you. Like, why? Why do they, or how do they
Right.
find you? And what do they like? What's their
Yeah,
most?
what
like, what's the
ailments? What's the top
stuff?
ailment?
Yeah.
Or you wouldn't even call it an ailment, would you?
No,
What would you call it?
like a challenge or
A
a
challenge.
concern.
Ah, I like
Do they
that.
message you and go, yeah,
Yeah.
you're a hot bitch, and you go, you need some therapy?
That's one of the revenue streams.
It's what a revenue stream. Yeah.
This is why I need to join OnlyFans.
Yes. My goodness.
Yeah, like, okay, listen. What if you did your therapy sessions
Yeah.
on OnlyFans?
Derek, yeah, why isn't she doing her therapy? Like
You
the
don't have
artists are
to
teaching
have
people to
sex
paint.
on OnlyFans.
No, like people are teaching
No.
you to paint. People are teaching
Right.
people to sing, play piano.
Confidentiality. So you have to respect client confidentiality.
Which the platform is
so
the
I know
tightest.
a lot of secret. Like I know a lot of secrets about
And
a lot
that
of
platform
people.
is all about
Right, I
confidentiality,
understand what
secrets.
you're saying. Like but you don't have to go so in depth. And you could make them, I'm sure there's
Well, I could get
some-
people to pay me to do OnlyFans therapy. It's like, listen, if you want to come on my OnlyFans and be my patient so that people can watch that,
Right.
if that's your kink, if like that's
oh,
your thing,
now you're talking.
then
yeah.
cool. Then
Yeah.
absolutely, let's do that.
Yeah, that would be good.
But some people don't want.
Well, she
their
can go
stuff.
live on OnlyFans, and people have to pay to watch the live.
That's
So,
right.
like at 7 p.m. every Friday night,
Mhm.
she goes live, and for $3.99,
That's right.
you get to
$3.99. I would suggest about $10.99.
Okay, so $10.99.
You know what I feel like is that I'm gonna have to call you this weekend.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to just tell me what I need to do for OnlyFans.
Yeah,
Because we were just talking about
Yeah.
how like it doesn't make any sense why I'm not bigger,
Monetizing.
more followed,
Yeah.
making way more money that
Absolutely.
I'm not
Yeah.
making.
Right.
such a
it
celebrity
doesn't make
persona,
sense.
and like
Right.
such a like the energy and the vibe. The socials are great. Like
Yeah.
everything is. She's educated and attractive, and like
Right.
all
She's
spark
a
like
doctor.
yeah, like every single
Yeah.
is checked.
It doesn't make sense.
She's DTF.
Yeah, she's
Right?
DTF.
I am
She
though.
goes,
I am.
right? We've never actually had a guest go, right, I am.
It's been a long time.
Cannabis friendly. I'm 420 friendly. It's okay if you kick the dog
Yeah.
by accident. He loves it. It's a love tap, love tap.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't
Okay.
make any sense why I don't have a big
So now,
following.
okay, so you're done your day. You've been on the road. You've come to the studio. You go home. You turn on your laptop. There's a question there from who's the average person? Like, so is it a 38-year-old man or is it a 16-year-old kid?
No, the
Or
average,
like,
no, the
or is it a
average
woman?
person- it's a woman, actually.
Mm.
I mostly see women. That's probably my problem.
yeah.
I need to start monetizing with men. is
Yeah.
what I mean, that's where all the money lives. Yeah.
Yes.
So I do mostly see women, but I have many male patients, and I actually have like a therapy program for men. So I call it an emotional makeover therapy program, and I help men like get back into their power also, and like feeling like a man. And like I'm like, no, let's like talk about and how you can show up in this modern world of emotional intelligence.
Okay,
and
I'm interrupting.
communication.
He might not be ready to show up yet. So is this a recorded, or you walk this through? You're with him.
I walk this through. This is an actual.
See what? Don't you see if he's not ready to show up? This might be embarrassing or uncomfortable for him. You're an attractive woman,
Yeah.
and you're teaching him.
Yep.
You need to create these evergreen, these
do.
courses where then so he's following you. He watches everything you do. He sees, he's interested. He wants to learn. But because he's so uncomfortable with showing up, he wants to learn in private or at his own time and then reach out to you once he's done the course. Why don't you offer stuff like for men especially?
That's actually a really good perspective that I didn't
Because they like
think
they're
about.
problem solvers and they like to figure things. I don't
Yeah.
really think. I mean, many will for sure, but we'll all just show up, knock, knock, or slide in and say, "I need some help. I'm stuck at this. I suck at that."
Because I intimidate men.
Because they're gonna want to sort of investigate it and learn on their own first, and then come to you once they have the tools that you provided.
Yeah.
So that's like,
Kind of like a teaser.
yeah,
Foreplay.
yeah, the foreplay. That's what you could call your courses, foreplay. So they have to take those courses, even if it's a 90-minute course or whatever, 120, before they become. So they buy
That's
your
true.
course and then they get the FaceTime with you.
Yeah, that's a
once
good
the
idea.
foreplay to get prepared.
Guess what I'm doing this weekend?
Yeah,
Creating courses for men and a cannabis course. for
Because
women.
men, they do. I know that we're all the same and we're
But
all
I
just
f-
humans,
yeah.
but there's a lot of
I have such a heart for men. I really I have such a heart.
we sit
for
around and
men.
talk shit about, oh, something stinks, something's broken, something's leaking, something's not up, something's not down, something. Men don't do that. They don't do that.
No, they really don't. And I have a heart for people. I consider myself a compassionate human. I love people, and when I see people who are sad or broken or struggling, my heart just expands, and I'm like, let me support you. I'm not gonna do it for you, but let me support you. I love humanity. I love humans, and I love women for many reasons, and I love men. And men don't get enough love. Right? And someone like myself who talks about the patriarchy, who calls out bullshit, you know what I mean? Who
totally get
who
it,
does
where
all
you're
of
going.
I'm gonna hold you accountable.
Right.
Right? It's and I'm also going to hold your hand and give you a big hug because this stuff that I talk about also affects you.
Right.
And it also is bullshit that men think that they have to live up to, and how they have to show up, and how they have to be. And that's why we talked about, a lot of men fuck women like it's a fleshlight. There's no connection. And that is so sad to me.
Definitely.
It's so because men
I
are
just think we're creating all these
yeah.
empty people
Yes.
and more empty, broken relationships.
Yeah.
We're creating more bullies. We're creating more hurt.
Yeah.
When people say, "Oh, if that happened to you, never." Well, it has happened to me,
Yeah.
and I love back. I forgive, love, and move on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And loving and forgiving doesn't mean I invest time.
No.
any more time and space with you.
No, it doesn't mean
I
that
will
you have
never share
access.
time and space
Yes.
with you, but I have no hate.
Yes.
and it's all love. And I don't feel like we've got it wrong. When the bullies and the trolls, we attack back. I think we're just creating a snowball effect of more
Yeah.
hate, more
It
hurt,
is.
more anger, which then men. Do you think when they're going to show up and say, "Okay, I need help with this," or "I'm a terrible lover," or "I'm bad in relationships," or "I'm always looking for a way out," or "I don't like to sleep over," or "Cuddling's disgusting"? Do you think they're going to come to you like that? I think they will get the course privately, then
Yeah.
come to you.
I think that's smart.
Guess
That's what I'm doing.
I just think that it's really hard. We have created these. We have no one to blame for all of everything but ourselves. There's no magic pill. There's no magic 1-800 number. There's no.
Yep.
If we want hate and hurt to stop, we have to stop it.
Yes,
we have to stop.
absolutely.
We have to
We
stop
have to.
engaging with it. We have to stop making it viral, making it whatever.
Yep.
Kindness and acceptance and stuff needs to catch a wave, man.
Yeah, it does.
And the only person that can make that, the only people that can make that happen is us.
But there's a lot of pain that we have to get through first.
It's,
There's a lot of pain.
and how do we get through pain? With love and support.
Well, by facing it. Sometimes pain needs to see pain. Sometimes pain, one of the big themes that I've been working with people over the past year, and this is why I talk about cannabis, and I use because cannabis is a medicine, and it can be applied in so many different ways. And I can't prescribe, like I can't give people pills or prescription. Neither do I want to. That's not my shtick.
Yeah, they can go
But
to
you
You can meet them at the dispensary on a date.
But I talk to them, but I talk to them about the cannabis, right? Like some of my patients who have never tried cannabis before, like I'm like, go to the dispensary, take pictures, send them to me. I'll help you. But the people, the bud tenders are also super well informed. So they are also awesome resources for you. But where was I going with that?
Weed.
Yeah, weed. I'm not even stoned. Oh.
Yes, she is very. No.
No. But people, right? In healing and like using cannabis in like a healing and getting through different traumas. And one of the things that I've been really supporting people with in the past over the pandemic is about humanity and anger. So we, as a humanity, do not hold the proper space for anger to exist. We romanticize it or we demonize it. So when I say that, I mean, when we romanticize it, we literally created a movie called Grumpy Old Men.
Yep.
Grumpy Old Men is actually an indication that that man is depressed. Anger and frustrated and grumpy men are depressed. That is the highest way, that one of the number one ways that you can tell that they're depressed.
So I'm just depressed.
Well,
Or angry.
Well, and then, anger and like perpetual anger is actually one of the number one symptoms for men. But what I've been seeing is women are really angry. But then there's these stereotypes of angry women. You're either a bitch or like black women, for example, like get fucking shit all over for being strong women. And it's the stupidest
having an
bullshit.
emotion.
It like that's so stupid. Like I want all the angry women to get angry. And I talk about it. I actually did a couple lives on it. And talking about anger and the number of people that I triggered, right? That were like, this isn't love and light bullshit, good vibes. I'm like, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Good vibes only is toxic positivity. And that's a real thing also.
Doesn't sometimes the women, they get angry because they want attention?
That's
like from their partner or from their, you know what I'm saying? Like they're like angry and then it's like, you're like, well, what's wrong? Are you okay? Like
they use it like they want attention. I love these conversations with
I'm
Derek.
just
Can you
asking.
please? I know you're just asking. Ask away.
No. And yes. No,
Okay.
and yes.
See, that's what it always is.
We've socialized. Well, because here's the thing: we have socialized one another to not listen. We don't know how to communicate.
Right.
So what you're saying to me, what you just said to me, is that I've been in relationships, or I've been with women who they get angry because they just want attention.
Right.
And what I want to ask you is, why weren't you listening to begin with?
Right.
Why weren't you giving the attention? Like I don't have to get.
Or why weren't you listening? Like,
No, but that's not the question. I
it is
get
the
it.
question.
Well, okay. It is in a sense that you're saying, what you're saying is I was neglecting them.
No.
So then, okay, I wasn't paying attention.
Or you weren't listening.
Okay, I wasn't listening. So then they got angry
Potentially.
to make me listen.
Potentially. Or some women are also very poorly socialized into
Right.
how they seek external validation, right?
Uh-huh.
So many of us seek external validation. I need people
Well, that's
to-
what social media is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because these people aren't really your friends.
No,
They're just
absolutely.
like, oh yeah, hey,
Well,
like
Jackie
I
is,
put a
but-
like, right, a little comment under there,
We're really
and
friends.
yeah.
Yeah.
and we're still deciding.
But social media is also a great.
I'm just saying, like of course you have real
I
friends
thought
on
we
there,
were
but
dating, but
the
anyhow.
you know what I'm saying is like you have like I don't know how many people do you have on your Facebook?
On my Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I
Instagram?
don't really use Facebook.
Okay, on your Instagram.
Like 7,500.
Okay, well you don't have 7,500 friends,
No.
right? So,
No, I don't even like
No, I don't.
7,500 people.
I don't even like 500.
I don't even like 10.
I like 10.
Except for all our viewers.
like
We
10.
love everyone that tunes into the green room every week. Yes, and all our friends.
No, but then there's also varying degrees of friendship as well,
Mhm.
right? So now we're talking about like social friend, like my social community. I fucking love
Of course.
because my social community has stuck with me through this past, especially these past 2 years, and I've gone off on social media, like what is happening with people.
Right.
I've gone off on all of the big topics because I am an activist.
Mm.
Like my first degree is actually in political science. Like I am an actual activist. I'm an ally. I try my hardest to do
very passionate.
all of the things. I'm a very passionate bitch. Like that's how I roll.
All of the things.
Yeah. But it's important because the body is political, right? So if I talk about sex, I have to talk about politics, I have to talk about bodies, and I have to talk
really
about
messy.
medicine.
It's really messy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But
Like emotional, like, you know,
Yeah.
because politics is emotional, sex is
100%.
emotional.
100%.
So you feed on emotion.
Yeah.
Derek needs therapy.
Yeah.
Does Derek need therapy? He
Yeah.
needs a little coaching.
Right? A little
I do?
love.
Look at him. No. What? I do? Like, he's pretty black and white. Like, okay, if I interest you, I ask you on a date. We
Right.
go out. I assume
Why
I'll
does
pay.
it have to be
does-
so
Why is
complicated?
there so much? Like, he's like, there seems to be a lot of complication and
Right.
confusion.
Yeah.
Why?
Yes.
But
There is. There's all these expectations. People put a lot, and that's the external validation, right? We put so much expectation
Mhm.
on people, on what dating means,
You
on
go
what
on
hanging
Bumble?
out means. I haven't
Wasn't
gone on
Bumble-
Bumble. You know
It's
why?
the one where the woman makes the
yeah,
first.
I just don't have patience
don't like
for
that.
it. I just don't have time.
Okay.
Like, I need you to come at me.
Right.
Also, that's the energy that I want. Like, I don't need to go out. Like, I am a
Mhm.
goddess. Come and worship. So, like, that's also my energy.
I love it. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
that is
don't
coming
need to
worship.
like
My husband's got this
show
down
up.
pat. But when
Yeah.
I mean I am a goddess, come and worship, I mean, where's the chicken wings?
Yeah.
And I'm not getting up. You got a napkin and some hot sauce?
Yeah,
Perfect.
but like that's my
Come at me.
my pleasure is like having a man make a move. Like, that's like, I love that, and it doesn't mean that I don't make a move, because I make moves. Like, and if there's someone that I'm gonna have fun with, I make a move. If there's somebody I want to actually date and create something with, then I want them to make a move. It's like,
Oh, there's different.
yeah. If I'm gonna like use you as my fun toy,
I'm gonna use you.
Then
Do
I'll
they
Then
know?
you'll pick.
Like, are they well
Yeah, I'm
aware that
very-
you're just
absolutely.
using- Like,
I'm-
there's no future in this.
No.
So
No, I'm very clear. You have to be. You have to be. And even if I go on a date with somebody, I'm like, okay, are we gonna like hang out? Like, are we going on this date to like get to know one another? Like, I want to
You
know.
ask, you
yeah. What's your intention? People don't talk enough. Right?
I talk. You're paying.
Yeah.
You're picking me up.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
But people
please don't
don't
talk,
talk
during the
enough.
movie.
And women feel like they have to work so hard, and they have to show up in these big crazy ways. And then
What do you
men
mean
get
show up in big crazy ways? Like a wrecking ball comment? Like,
Like, you know, I remember just being a woman who was like, I would send a message to a guy and then like be worried, like, when are they going to message me back? What's going to happen? Like, like, oh my God,
Like,
do
you
they
were
like
trying
me?
to
Do they
plan the
not
whole
like
thing
me?
out before you
Yeah.
even met 'em?
If I send a sexy picture, like, is this sexy enough? Am I like cute enough? Am I skinny enough? Like, am I like, do I have enough makeup on? Blah, blah, blah. They can't see me.
Do you send a sexy picture before?
Yeah, I do now.
Oh, you do?
Sometimes. Depends. It depends on the intention.
So what happens? Let's play it out. So you're on there, you're
creating a
liking
playbook,
people,
just in
swiping
case.
away, like,
Swiping
okay, I like
away,
this.
like your
And then
fingers
it goes,
asleep.
oh, match.
Yeah.
Then what happens?
Depends. Do they
Okay.
go into like my row of matches?
I don't know.
Or do I or them want to message me?
Right.
But
Sometimes I give it 24 hours. I give it 24 hours.
Oh, you play the game.
I
You're
give it
playing
20
coy.
Yeah.
Okay. Hard
Yeah.
to get.
A little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Like, yeah, absolutely. Men like jobs. Like,
Uh-huh.
it's like built into you guys. You like jobs, you like conquest.
Right.
See, now you're talking
And-
I like jobs more than sex.
Yeah.
I would rather work my balls
Well, I like money more
off
than sex.
like,
And I love sex.
like
so.
I just, yeah, I like to work.
Yeah. No, but that's not what I mean by work. I mean, like, men like to be given opportunities to show up.
To hunt.
To show up. Right? And often women, I see it, often women will emasculate men, or like, you know, and I hate when I see those in those relationships, because I'm like, you can be a powerful woman and a strong,
And still
independent
not a
woman,
nasty bitch.
and you don't have to be a nasty bitch to
Right.
your partner.
I ride that
who
fine
is-
line.
Yeah.
I ride that fine
That's
line.
fair,
'Cause
that's
he's
fair.
the most
I have a
loving
big
human
heart.
being in the world, but I'm. I run a
Yeah.
tight ship.
Yeah. And it's just different. But when I'm dating, right? Like, I like to wait and see. I'm like, I'm gonna wait and see. But if it's somebody that I'm like, oh, I really want to know who you are, I'll just message. And it's
Right.
not necessarily for the intention of sex.
Right.
Sometimes I'm just like,
Curious.
hey,
got
you're
some
hot
interest.
and we matched. What's that?
What do you think's
about?
happening on the other side?
So the feedback that I've been getting is
Send a questionnaire.
no, you know what? Men have just been like, it's so refreshing to talk to you because like
I've never had that happen.
Yeah.
Never
what
had
they
that
say?
compliment.
Yeah, no, actually, I like a bunch of feedback over the past couple
Right.
weeks. Men are like, it's so refreshing to talk because like I don't feel like there's any bullshit here, and we're just like
Right.
we're getting to know each other. We're just talking, like
Humanize.
yeah,
You're a human.
yeah, because I don't have that hang up anymore. I don't have those insecurities anymore of
Right.
like, what do I look like? Do you care what I look like? Like what, you know, my ass got a little bigger over the pandemic. Is that a problem for you? You know what I mean? I don't get wrapped up in this. If he doesn't text me back right away, like I have things to do. I fucking work. And I literally
Right.
put it in my profile. I'm like, I work a lot. So like
Right.
if
So
like,
I'm not hanging on your every word. I might
No.
not jump at your.
No. And then some men are. So like some of my inbox, like I've had to turn off some notifications because like they're just like, hi, like how are you? Like all these things. And I'm like, bro, I am working.
Can we
Like
please tell people not to do that?
I'm like, calm down.
don't
You-
do that in my DMs at all.
Yeah. Calm
Hi,
down.
hi,
Yeah.
hey, hello, hi. Ooh.
Yeah. I'm like, I'll talk to you when I get a minute.
Yes, I'm
Like-
high, and you're bothering me.
Yeah. You're like a little bug at that point.
Yeah, now
you
you're
know?
a gnat, and this is not good. I don't hump gnats.
It's not sexy. It's
not
not sexy. No. But, you know, but then I talk to men and just like, who are you? Like, tell me about you. Tell me about what you're looking for. Tell me about what's going on. Like, let's have a real human conversation.
Do
And
any men show up like you do? Do they want to converse? Do they want to
they
have
try. It's so
conversations?
fun. So like, but then I'm also an asshole sometimes. And part of the gift of being a psychotherapist and a woman is that you know how to play with people.
Yeah.
I can't believe I said that, but I did. But when I see men, because like I've had men who are definitely like fuck boys, you know what I mean? They're just like really in it to hit it and quit it.
Hit it and quit it.
Yeah. And I'm like, not without a fucking conversation, first of all. Like if I hit it and quit it, it's because you know.
Right.
Like we're having a conversation. Like, sure, this isn't what's happening. Like there's no romantic here.
Or hit
but,
it
like,
and quit it. Do they do dinner first or after?
No.
or Oh, fuck you. I'm
No.
not blocked.
No.
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 No meal?
No, but men will, but they'll try, right? They come in with all these love bombs. They come in like, "Oh, you're so amazing," and all
Right.
these things.
But I'm not.
like
I
all of
want a
this
meal.
stuff, and I'm like, "Yes, I am." So, what are you gonna do for that? Like, how are you gonna show up?
Oh.
Oh, I'm going to hit
How
So it's
are
like
you-
a trade off.
How are you gonna show up? I am amazing. How are you gonna show up to appreciate me? Because I will appreciate you.
Because you're a goddess.
Because, well, not only because I'm a goddess,
Not
it is because I'm a goddess. It is because I'm a goddess, but
Right.
also, like, you gotta put in some fucking effort.
But do
Like,
you?
women put in effort. I shaved my pussy to show up.
yes!
Like, I put makeup on. I put on a cute outfit. I watched what I ate that day.
Right.
Like,
I'm on mood stabling
asked-
drugs so I don't kill you.
I ask you how you're feeling. I check on how you're doing. I say, how was work today, love?
Wow.
Like, I do the work.
Okay.
All you gotta do is show up, bro. Like,
Right.
that's it. Like, it's not that hard. You know what I mean?
Flowers,
And
chocolate, what do they show up with? Is that old fashioned? People don't do that
we're
anymore.
still working at it. I'm just new. I'm fresh. I'm fresh in here.
Like, I want
I'm
something.
fresh.
If you're showing up, I want something. Don't just, oh, God.
Take me to dinner.
If I gotta reach
Like-
down and take my socks off, I hope to hell there's something. I promise you, as much, let's go back to me because we always do that.
Which is the best.
All of the like the sex things, Google, whatever, like Google me, what people portray or what you think or
Yeah.
whatever. It's none of that's real.
No.
Like
No.
none of that's real. And so like
None of
people
it's
come
real.
at me with what social media portrays. I'm like, you're so off, buddy.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. People think I'm like fucking like a whole bunch of people.
That's what
I'm
I
like,
was gonna ask you next. Like people have
No.
such the wrong perception and whatever because of what I portray on social media. But that's sexuality is mine to own and
Yeah.
use how I feel fit. I believe I'm a feminist, even though I'm I want to use whatever my
Your
apparently
sexuality?
yeah.
Sex positive feminism is a thing. Just because I show my body and I
It's
own
not
my
on
body-
Twitter.
Yeah,
It's
well,
not a
Twitter
thing.
can go fuck itself.
Yeah,
Because like sex positive feminism is a real thing. This is my when I show you my body, it's because I'm choosing
yeah.
to show you this. This Like when we talked about orgasms earlier, it's like when I have an orgasm, baby, it's not because it's because I chose to gift you the privilege of that experience.
This is a hard one for Derek.
You're
He's
gifting it.
like, oh, that was gifted to me.
Yes.
Do I get a gift receipt?
Yes.
Is it like cryptocurrency?
Right? Yeah. No kidding. Hey, Bitcoin. Yeah. Right? Like, and that's where I need women to like come to a little bit more, and not in like a demeaning way, in a like, you are not in charge of my body or my thoughts or my emotions. You are here to support me, to befriend me, to love me, to co-create with me. Let's rise together. Let's be king and queen of our kingdom together.
I love that.
But you are not in charge of me or in control of me or power over me. You are power with me. And if that doesn't
Yeah.
work, then see yourself out the door.
What are you? I'm a Leo. What are you?
Yeah, I'm a Cancer Leo.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm on the cusp. So
Is
that's where this
is a
comes
Leo
from.
a bad thing?
No, it's great.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
So what you're saying is it's okay for you to use men, but not okay for men to use
no,
you.
it
That's-
is okay
yes,
for
that's
men
a-
to use women.
No, that's what she's saying.
It is,
Yep,
but you
Derek.
have to be honest.
I'm honest.
No, it goes both ways. But the
Right.
problem is people don't know how to have these conversations. So
Right.
instead we get fuck boys.
You just have to be honest.
Yeah, instead we get these fuck boys who say, "Oh, you're so amazing. Oh, I'm gonna take you
But,
on a
okay,
trip.
let
Oh,
me-
I'm gonna
All
do these
lies.
things."
Let me give you an
and it's
example.
all fucking lies.
Think
Just be
about
like,
this
"You're
for a
hot.
second.
Let's fuck."
Do you think that everybody on this, like on these dating apps, are actually, sitting there going, okay, let me look at her, let me see what this, that, what did she write in her bio, and then writing? No,
Yes,
they're what they're doing.
Derek.
No, that's not what's happening. Okay,
Okay.
what's happening is this.
Tell me.
Hot.
Like.
Okay, my husband says it's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game.
It's just a
Yeah.
numbers
Then
game.
okay, this one worked on Jackie.
He's not
so
wrong.
let me just save this in my notepad, and I'll just paste this, paste this, paste this,
He's not
paste
wrong.
this.
He's not wrong.
That's
He's not wrong, but also people put like horrible things in their profiles.
right.
I get a lot of guys who comment on
Because
like,
there's
the fun
some women
stuff in
that
their
maybe
profile.
like that.
Oh.
Yeah, I get a ton because like I put fun stuff in though. Like I'm
Right.
like I love tacos and so my profile says,
Wait, are you gonna say you love tacos?
yeah.
Derek owns a taco restaurant.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Do you really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No one knows it's a secret, and I'm throwing it out there right now.
Not the secret.
I love tacos.
TT's
so much.
tacos.
TT's tacos. Like, are you kidding me? I
I
know.
fucking love tacos the most. I make amazing tacos too.
These
no,
are authentic beef birria
corn
tacos.
tortilla.
Yes.
corn tortilla.
Okay. And we even have Mexican
I'm
Coke.
like carne asada.
Yes. Okay.
Is that
You
what
know.
it's here? Is the Mexican Coke here? In the
Yeah, it is here. We have Mexican
Those
Coke.
are my favorite. They're very
Yeah.
high sugar content. I love
But
it.
they're cane sugar. They're not high fructose glucose.
Oh,
Way better.
available at TT's Tacos.
It is.
We should do a commercial for TT's Tacos. Technically, it's in the same ecosphere.
It's true. It's
in
true.
some level, right?
Yeah.
So yes, he loves tacos. He's got a good job. Women love him. Like he's a great. He's got. He's nice.
How did this turn to me, guys?
He's very nice to his mom. Like
We're
his mom
selling
and dad
him. We're
love
selling
him.
him.
His mom and his sister have great relationships with him. Isn't it like?
Lovely human.
Like what the hell?
Yeah,
He wants
yeah.
to empower women. He wants to
Yes.
give them the
If he's
tools to earn
dating
their
you,
own.
It's just you and him.
Yeah, there's no. He's confused easily by a lot of things. He wants you to really, really be direct with what you're saying. Like no games at all.
Yeah.
Always speak into the mic. This we should do a dating thing or something.
Right?
We should the
So
ticker
much
across
fun.
here should be. We should do a show
Yeah.
like for
so much fun.
420. We're giving away Derek. Just kidding. Not 420. We're busy.
Yeah.
Not then. No.
I love it.
So, all right, Derek, do you have any more questions for Doctor? She charges $400 an hour.
What?
No, not quite.
Did you see that? $399.99.
Wow.
Yeah, look at it.
You
See
should
him?
put that on your Tinder profile. See how many hits you get.
Yeah, $400 an hour.
No shit.
Dude, Derek, what?
Wow, I like that.
Derek's like, okay, wait, we're in the wrong business
Yeah.
again. How many times are the green room is going to pivot? We're just
love
going to
it.
keep pivoting.
I love it.
We'll be somewhere sometime and go, hey, wait, I recognize them. Oh yeah, now we're selling baskets. We're
Well, yeah. I mean,
they're eco-friendly. They're made of hemp.
what about a counseling call-in show?
Right?
a counseling
call-in show.
So on
That's
Monday
a mouthful.
nights,
Counseling
yeah, so-
call-in with Carlin Costa.
Right.
right? So I like. So on Monday nights,
Mhm.
I've been starting to go live again. So I used to go
Okay.
live.
Your
weekly.
rants or
what,
whatever you
Instagram
call
or
it, like
Facebook?
your,
I call it rant and moan on
Rant and
Instagram.
moan.
Okay, that's cool.
I used to go live for years. Actually, I
Mhm.
went live on Facebook
Okay.
for many years, and it was
Right.
super great, and I loved it. And then Facebook is just like now it's meta, like it's just switching the platform. But then I switched over to more Instagram. I need to grow more on YouTube, and Instagram is what I need to do.
Mhm.
But that's like, so on Monday nights I have been going live, and I call it rant and moan. So people can tell me what is pissing them off that week and what are they celebrating.
And
that
what do they
week.
do? They like communicate in the comments?
Yeah. So then
Okay.
people communicate in the comments, or sometimes people send me
I've
questions in
watched a lot of them. They're
advance.
good.
Yeah, but I actually really want to do like a call in. That's like always been, like Frasier, Sex with Sue,
Right.
like call
Sue
in,
Johansson, yeah.
Sue like that is like a dream.
Dr.
for me.
Ruth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was the
Yeah.
cutest. Is she still around?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
she
yeah,
is.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what,
yeah.
106?
Yeah, probably
90 something.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, that's like my dream. That's
Is
like,
it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Let's do it.
100%.
Let's make dreams come true, Big D. May it rain.
Because I'm just really good at it. I'm really good on my feet. Like I'm really I'm doing in the event on Monday. I'm doing an event and I'm doing like a whole Q&A. When I do, people hire me for events.
Mm.
It's either like, here's a canned presentation about something like sex and cannabis, or it's like they hire me to do like a Q&A, like a sex talk for an hour. It's like, so
What kind of
people-
events hire you?
anybody can hire
Cannabis
me.
events. Hempfest has had her, and lots of like Canna Living and all like this.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I met her, like in the
in the industry.
industry,
Mm.
talking about sex and like wellness and sex
Mm-hmm.
and communication and sex and relationship, but also sex and your like menopause. Women want to know about lubes
Yeah.
and still pleasuring themselves. Like she's really,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
we should have a activation or a pop up. She can be our Dr. Ruth. She'll be
Mhm.
Oh, there she is. She's 93, Dr. Ruth.
93.
Yeah.
Dr. Ruth.
Okay, well, that was Carlin. Look at all the fun that we can have with lubes and potions
Yeah.
and
Cannabis is great for sex. It helps you feel better. It alleviates pain. It, brings blood to your vulva better. It helps you have bigger orgasms. Like cannabis is how I'm helping women get back in touch with their sexuality, to heal their traumas, to heal their relationship with their power, like to get back in touch with the woman that they deserve to feel like.
So we talk about the dating apps, we've talked about relationships, we talked about cannabis. How can people find you if they want to, they want to
Yes.
talk more about all of this? Because this was fun, but there's some seriousness behind all of this as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you can connect with me on Instagram at carlin.costa or on my website, carlincosta.com, CarlenCosta. I got to spell it.
Yeah.
And come and connect with me. Slide into my DM, send me an email, and let's talk about how I can support you to integrate cannabis into your life, whether it's because of healing from a trauma, whether it's because you want to make your sex life better and spicier and more delicious, or whether it's because you want to start to empower yourself as a woman and own your body and your strength and your orgasm and just like come all over the world.
Woohoo! Is there like an orgasm a day? Orgasm a day keeps the negative away, or orgasm a
Oh, I
day
love
keeps
that.
keeps the haters away, or whatever? Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us on the Green Room.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. And it was
That,
great
that
time.
was fun. We got a little sticky. Thanks, Carlin.
Thank you.
We're always fresh and a little bit sticky. The Green Room on Cannabis Wiki.